So for using security log, we can open the Teams software of Residence Desk computer, and there we will find Resident Services Teams. We can click there. We will see a lot of channels on the left. There we have security log channel. We can click there. There we will see a security log logo. We can click either here on the menu bar or here in the logo. Both of them works. We can click here, and at the very first time it might ask the Office 365 login credential. It might ask for the Office 365 office credential, login credential. So if it asks for that, we can use REST desk email and REST desk password, as we will use the REST desk desktops for using security log. So at the very beginning, we can see the last name, first name, and password option, the login page. So we can write our last name, comma, first name. Okay, it will automatically come up. So we can click it, and then we can type the password. Right now, everyone's password is their last name, but we can reset password. Anybody can reset password anytime here. So whatever, I am writing my password and I'm logging in. So after logging in, we will see an instruction page, and this instruction page is telling us if both or one staff is working 8 hours shift, we can use this log for 8 hours, and after that we can submit and create a new log. Otherwise, one log can be used for 4 hours. We all know that, like, however we are using it nowadays, so we can use it like that. So if the first stuff is working for 8 hours, the log can be used for that 8 hours period. After that, another new log can be started. So we can proceed to the log, and in this page we can see a lot of options. Like, okay, so we have to fill the desk staff's name, like yes, sometimes at the very beginning I'm using it inside Teams at the very beginning, so it might take a little bit time, but after that it might not take so long. So we can type our name and desk partner's name. Then we can enter our shift. Suppose it's a back shift, 12 to 8 shift. We can choose this shift. And then we can start our log, SOS. Then we can save the log entry. Every time we enter a new log, we have to save that log entry, and it will automatically enter there. It's taking a little bit more time because I'm using this security log in my Teams at the very first time, so it's capturing all the data and everything else. But when we will start using it, it will not take much more time. Okay, and both staffs can enter at the same time, but before entering we can click this refresh log button so that it can be the very updated log. My desk partner, whatever they entered, I can see instantly here. If we click the refresh log here, both stuff can use at the same time the log. This is a timestamp button. We can click it, and it also refreshes it. Timestamp and refresh, it does the both things together, but it doesn't matter to press it. Whenever we enter a log, it will automatically capture the current time here. But it's a good practice to press that, but it doesn't matter. It also refreshes the both logs. So as this is how we will start the log, like leaves desk for OA, and we can again enter another log, and this will be updated there. This is how we can enter the log inside the new security log. We can refresh the log every time so that we know there is a patrol log section. If there is any patrol, we have to choose the patrol people's name, and then we can enter their shifts too. Suppose this patrol is working for 12 to 8. There is no patrol, by the way, in this time, we all know, but just entering for showing it. We can choose different shifts too, whatever shifts we want to choose. And then for patrolling, whenever a patrol radio us that they are starting a building, we can enter here like that: P1 start Loyola 22 to 12, and then we have to save the log all the time. We have to, every time we enter something, we have to save it inside the log database. So this is how we can enter log database, and it's a good practice to refresh every time, so that like whatever my desk partner is entering, I can see it live all the time. There will be no mistake. This is how we will enter again another log. If I write that Khan returns to desk Amiri, then we can enter the log, and after that we can also enter the patrol log, that patrol 1 completed Loyola 22 to 12, and it will enter like that. At the end of the shift, whenever the shift is done, the whole shift, we must have to enter our name, last name and first name for EOS end of the shift, and then we have to enter our password for security log, and then we have to press here. The first desk stuff will do it in this way, and it will automatically log that EOS Khan Muhammad Ali, and also it's confirmed that all the information entered by them is true and accurate. And there is also a like notification like that. By entering the password in this EOS section, I proclaim that all the information contained in the log is true and accurate. It's just confirmation. Another desk staff also have two EOS when they are done of their shift from their computer. Like we can use it in different computer, and then EOS, and then it will automatically enter that EOS Amir, and then confirm that everything is true in this log and accurate. And after, when the second stuff also entered, then we have to submit the log, because this log is done 8 hours we used this log, and then we can submit log. And when the log is submitted, it will again land here, and next shifts are people can come and then again start entering their name here. I can show something more, like suppose I can enter my password. Right now everyone's password is their last name, but we can reset password here. You can also change your password here, but be careful here. When you are resetting your password, your last name needs to be accurate, comma, then space your first name. So suppose for my case, my last name is Khan, comma, my first name, then I entered a space, and then my first name is Muhammad Ali. If you make any mistakes here, you are creating a new user also. So we and then your name will be like under your name there will be two like login credential, and then we have to fix it from the manually from the database. Okay, so it's an all passwords are encrypted, so nobody can retrieve those passwords. So I can my new password I can enter here. Like suppose I'm changing my password, and it will automatically update the password for that individual. So it works like that, and then I can enter my password. If I enter wrong password, it will land me to enter password did not match, try to log in and reset your password. So I have to log in again. One minute, where is my name? Okay, suppose I can choose from here. I entered it later, 1 minute. So Khan, my last name, and I can see Muhammad Ali. Okay, so my new password I entered, and then I logged in. Okay, so again proceed to the log. There are a few more functionalities there I can show. Like here is a previous log option. This previous log option, if we click it, we can see the previous logs, like on the previous ship's log, also the previous ship's petrol logs too, like this. And the log can be longer like that, like that. If we click here in the edit option, we can see the whole log event. Some logs can be very long, and those might not be might not fit in this like this much space. For those log, we can click here and we can read those log. We can also email that log to any person in our database. Whoever we are emailing anything, Derek gets an email also for that log. And we can go to the home page again, or previous page. So there is another search option, and in this option we can search for the whole database. Suppose like we are searching for keywords like cannabis, like we can get all the logs entered for cannabis. Suppose like I'm searching for the keyword cannabis, CANN. Okay, I didn't write the whole cannabis, but still there's only one log I entered for cannabis, so it showed up, and we can see the log, which shift was that, and what time, who were working at the time. We can see petrol people, two petrols were working, two RSOs were working, the whole log. We can go to previous page again. We can send this log to someone if we want, and if Derek asks to send him any log, we can send in this way. So this is how, and at the end of the shift we always have to submit the log. So this is all about our security log. Oh, another thing, whenever any RSOs log in, suppose Amir and I, we both are working in a shift. Amir started the shift before me. He started a log. After that, I started. I logged in. I can see whatever Amir entered here, but these boxes will not be pre-filled. So still Amir filled those. When I opened the log after Amir, I also have to fill this this like staff name, so, and shift, and also petrol name and shift. This is one thing, one important thing, otherwise it will not capture these names or shifts for your logs, but it will show definitely in the same log and in the previous log everywhere. That's all about our security log. If you have any questions about security log, please contact Derek, or any senior RSO, or me, Mohammed. Thank you so much.